Finally, I got my hands on a pair of these pliers. It took me about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to get a pair of these pliers. At the time of this video, they are out of stock at Amazon. And, but if you wait a little while, they'll come back in stock and you'll be able to get one. So what are these? These are the Lisle's, let me get this down. Here's this packaging. So we're going to take them out in a second. These are the Lisle's 37960 Electrical Disconnect Pliers. And basically it has a hook here to engage the tab and sort of a comb head to grip the bottom so you can easily take this out. So let's read what it says on the back of the package before we pull them out and open them up. It says right here, easily removes lock-in push-style electrical connectors found on mass flare flow sensors, fuel injectors, ignition coils, and other applications. Use the hook on the end of the pliers to pull out tab, unlock, and then use the point to engage the tab. Squeeze the tabs together and lift to separate the connector from sensor without damage. Allows the technician to use the tool with one hand and to work on sensors in tight spots. The tool is 8 inches long and has a dual durometer grips for comfort. All right, so anyway, so that's the packaging. These things are pretty amazing. Let's go ahead and take these out of the pack here so we can get a better view, because again, this packaging is so long. I was trying to probably get a bit too much on the screen here. So take this out of here. So it got them out of the package, and well, these grips do things feel kind of grippy. One thing I want to point out just right off, again, it probably doesn't make any difference, but this right here appears to be a little longer than that one. But again, these right here should be more light use pliers that you would use, because it's not like you're going to be grinding anything with metal or anything. Well, you shouldn't be in theory, but they feel pretty good in the hand for what they are. They seem to be very easy to open and close with just a couple of fingers, like so. Because, for example, we've all had to snake our hand up in such a way somewhere to get just our pointer finger and thumb to be able to pull a connector, but really don't have any leverage so we can get a good yank on it. These pliers will alleviate that. And also, some cases where like the connector was in a position where I couldn't get I'm right-handed, I couldn't get my strong hand, so I had to use my left hand. And that made it a little bit more challenging, obviously, because, your strong hand versus your weak hand. But if you got your left hand or your right hand, or left hand, I mean your weakest hand doing it, you can definitely get the leverage with this and just kind of, pull it out. So that's, what else can I say? These things feel, pretty solid. Again, like I said, they're not going to be, shouldn't be for anything heavy duty like gripping fasteners or pulling off tight nuts or bolts or anything like that. So they're just used for the purpose-built function that they are for, and that's removing connectors. I don't see why these pliers wouldn't last, quite some time, if not a lifetime, without ever even need to be exchanged probably. I'm sure I know everything is not perfect. Maybe the little rivet right here could wear out, or maybe the comfort grips could wear out and you might want to trade them in and get a new pair. But I mean, I doubt if plastic connectors would ever wear this stuff here down to where it wouldn't work. Let's get a little close up here. This metal here feels really sharp on the edges right here. This part right here, a little, I guess a square, if you will. It's very sharp on the edges. So that's probably so like if you're in a tight spot, you can like get a good grip on it. These right here feel very grippy, but they don't feel like sharp like this one, but they definitely feel grippy. And I mean, you can definitely feel, ooh, you don't want to press that too hard. You can definitely feel that leverage when you press them down like that. They open up, I'm saying with my pair by default, if you open them to the widest spot before they have any resistance, you have about a good, that could be about a good inch, maybe a little bit more maybe, but just call it an inch. I mean, that should be plenty of room to get off just about any connector. And of course you could always go further, but I'm just talking about, to just the first bit of restriction to where you might not can get it with one hand, depending on how it is. Because for example, my hand, I can't really get it. I can maybe force it a little bit, but I can't, you know, I can, but again, it's a little more difficult again than just having that good maybe one and a quarter inch clearance right here where you can just get some stuff, pull it, undo the tab, grab it and pull it. So let me pull this back over. I just want to give a quick graphic because we're going to demo these tools. My car's right behind me. The hood is popped. We're going to take off the mass airflow sensor connector just for demonstration. But how this works is, let me fold this paper here in half, is that you use the hook part here to pull the tab back, and then the part of the tab that the pull tab was covering, then you can now push that down with that same hook. And then the bottom part, the little cone part, which is here now at the bottom, will be able to force these two pieces, you know, force the bottom and the pull tab together. So then you can pull back and pull it off. By the way, this graphic here is from 2021. I'm not sure if these tools, this pair of pliers is quote unquote new or not, but they sure feel like it. I mean, because they're never in stock. And they're sort of the quote unquote hotness right now on YouTube. A lot of people are talking about these pliers. So maybe they are new. Maybe this graphic was just made in 2021, say when they filed a patent or something like that. But anyway, if you are somebody who work on a car every day, flat rate particularly, these pliers right here for you, because everybody, if you worked on a car, you know, as a DIY and tried to take apart connect, you know how much of a pain that could be, and sort of feel like you're going to hurt your hand a little bit, or you may feel like you're going to break it trying to get it off. These pliers should alleviate that quite often, quite easily. Now, and again, as a DIYer, I know I'll be using these pliers. I may not use them as much as, say, you know, again, person who works on cars for a living, but trust me, these tools, this pair of pliers are only about $20. So anybody, if you're a serious DIYer, auto technician, I would definitely say this is not anything that breaks the bank, and for the purpose that they're built for, you definitely will get your money's worth. So with that said, we're going to spin the camera around. I'm going to set this up so we can now demonstrate these pliers on my mass airflow sensor. All right, so because of how my tab is on these, I got to put these to the side and do it in a slightly unconventional way. I go like this here. Let's see, pull that tab back. Then I go ahead, put the cone part here under the bottom, push the tab down. This is what my weak hand, by the way, and then I just pull it off just like that. So these pliers work. I mean, that was pretty simple, pretty easy to put these off and put it back on. I mean, you can obviously just put it back on with your hand, but yeah. So that's the demonstration. This here is the Lisle 37960 pliers. There will be a link in the pinned comment below if you want to help the channel. CP, the tool addict, again, I give him credit for turning me on to these pliers. And he turned a lot of people on because they immediately sold out on Amazon, and for some reason they won't stay in stock. But anyway, you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one.